Welcome to the new video in the series of Notes app, and in this video we will write end-to-end test for our add and edit note screen. So this is the screen that we use to add a new note or edit an existing note. So we will verify the components and behavior of the screen one by one. So we will go to our add node screen. Here is our screen. So we will go to name of the in this screen function name and press alt enter and create a test. Remove this kt from the name and press ok. And as this is going to be run on our physical or emulator device, so we will select the Android test source set and select this package and press ok. Now in here we write the initial setup or required dependencies for our add node screen. So our add node screen requires the instance of add node ViewModel. So here we will create a private data member for add node ViewModel and create a function here setup ViewModel. Let's change it to setup only and annotate it with before annotation. So this method would run before running any test in this file. So ViewModel dot add node ViewModel. And our add node ViewModel required these dependencies, so we will create instance of these dependencies one by one. So first we need save state handle. So private latent is saved. For every dependency we will create a data member and store that instance in it and then pass that into our add node ViewModel. Save state handle, create the instance of that and pass into the our ViewModel. Okay, actually there is an issue with the name of this variable le. Hello. And next we have get not use case as a dependencies. Get not use case, so create an instance of that. So actually before proceeding with that, this setup section already covered in our previous video with the okay, and create the instance of get not use case. So latent var get not use case, and here we are creating the instance of get not use case, and this requires the repository instance. So for that we also need to create a data member for repository. And create instant in here, and our nodes repository implementation class requires the DAO object. So again create another data member for DAO and assign instance here, use fake nodes DAO. And this requires the array list of node entity items. So we will create a list of items here which contains few dummy nodes. and we will pass this array list in our fake nodes DAO, and this DAO will be passed to the repository, and this repository will be passed to the use case, and the use case will be passed to the view model. So yeah, a lot of hierarchy of dependencies, but like this is how things works. So next is add node use case. So we will create a data member for add node use case. And create the instance. And this add node use case requires two dependencies, repository and IO dispatcher. So we will pass only repository at this point. Why we are passing don't passing the IO dispatcher as a test dispatcher? This is because this test will be going to run on our physical device. So at that state, we need to use the same dispatcher which we are normally use while running our app. So add node use case, and the next thing is delete node use case. So we will create data member for that. And create an instance of that. And this will also require the repository instance, and we will pass the repository here. Actually delete node use case here. And the next dependencies are two dispatchers, IO and main dispatcher, and I have already explained that we will use the same dispatcher. So dispatchers .io and main dispatcher would be dispatchers.main. So yeah, this is it to set up the view model, add node view model. And now we will write the first test for our add node screen, and which would be that when user will be seeing that screen, then these two text fields we have is title and description text field. So we will insert text in both text fields and verify that inserted text is visible on the UI. So here I'll write a few lines and create another method here named as add node screen, add title and description, title and description should be visible. So this is the test this we need to do. So to show the Compose UI on the test, we need to add a rule here, which will be compose test rule. Create compose rule. So now we can render our screens with this rule. So in here, compose test rule set content, and in here we will use our add node screen. and pass the view model view model with custom dependencies which we have. So view model is equal to view model. So yeah, this is it to present the UI screen on the during the test. So now we need to find out these title text field to put the text in it. So in our UI code we have title a text field here. So we will refer this to refer this component. We will set the semantics here, and in this we will set the content description and say enter title, and we will refer to this component using this content description. So in here we will use compose test rule on node with content description and use the same content description that we have written, and input text in it, and this would be our title. So we will store that title in our variable because we also need to later use it. So the title I will use is first test from using into the first title using end-to-end test, and perform text and write title in here. And after inserting the title we also need to verify that that title is visible on the UI. So for that I will copy this line of code and paste it in here. We still find with the content description and assert that is it displayed. Actually we will use this title on node with text, because when the text is visible on the UI, then we will find that component with the visible text and verify that it is displayed or not. So on node with text, and here is the title. And the next is for the description. So let's first run this part and verify that is it working as expected. Okay, so at this point this portion of test is working as expected. So now we will move to the description field that we show in here. So we will create another variable named as description, and use it. This is the fastest way to verify features. And we will use compose test rule dot on node with content description and enter description and perform text input and description. I will shift it to multiple lines and now after inserting the text I need to verify that description input is visible on the UI. So for that I will use compose test rule dot on node with text description and assert that is it visible. Okay, so at this point we have some mistake in our test. So actually it's not a mistake, but we are missing a step. So so I'm running it, and after finding the out, can you guess that what could be the possible issue? So let's run the test and verify. Okay, so as expected, at one point our tests have been failed, and let's see and understand from the crash information that how it will provide us information. It says that failed to perform input text and not able to find any node with this enter description, and the line number of that issue also will be mentioned that at this point we are not able to perform input text input, and because we are with enter description there is not able to find any node with that content description. This is because we haven't provided any content description for our this text field. So here we will use semantics content description and use the enter description, and now run it again, and this will run as expected. Okay, so now as you can see our tests have been successfully passed, and our next test would be that when user tap on this button, then user should be navigated to the previous screen. So first we need to find out this component. But before that, let's create a method here for this test. Tap on back button, and expected result would be should be navigate navigate to previous screen. So this is the behavior which we want to expect. So compose test rule dot set content and not screen, set the view model, and now we need to find out this back button. So in our add node screen we have this back button in the top of the view. So we will in modify we will set the semantics here with content description of navigate back, and now we will find that node with the content description and compose test rule dot content description navigate back and perform click action on that. So after tapping on perform click, we will navigate it to previous screen, but at this point we only verifying our add node screen components. So we will track that with a variable that when user will navigate to the previous screen, then this method navigate back will be triggered, because the flow of that is that when user tab on this one, then this action will be goes to the view model, and this method will be called. This will do the save the node and send this event back, this navigate back event, and we are listening that event on our screen UI, and when this event will be received here, and this method will be called. So this lambda or this lambda function will be called when user tap on the back button. So we will track that information through a variable. Let's say should navigate back, and we will set it to true when this callback will be triggered. So we need to verify this with the truth.assert. Our truth library assert that should navigate back is true. So let's run and verify this test. Okay, so our tests have been run on device, but we are not getting any expected result. This should be true after tapping on the back button, but in our test we are not getting desirable result. This is because when user tab on this back button, then there is a computation or background process is happening behind the scene, that saving the node and then sending the navigate back event. So we need to add a delay here. By using this method advanced time by, and we will add a delay of 4 seconds and then run it. Okay, so as you can see here, now our tests have been successfully passed. Okay, and our next test would be that verify the confirmation dialog. Let's say when user tab on this delete icon, then this dialog will be shown to the user, and when user press on no, then this dialog will be hidden, and if user tap again on this dialog, then dialog will be shown to the user. So this will be our test that we will write in next. So create another method here named as tap on delete icon, show confirmation dialog. This is the expected behavior. So we will again use compose test rules, set content, add node screen, ViewModel, and now we need to find out this delete icon. So if we go to our screen code, and in here we need to provide a content description here. So semantics, content description, delete node, and we will refer this using delete node. So compose test rule, delete node, and perform click. So after tapping on that, this dialog will be shown, and we also need to provide some keys through content description to these dialog and this yes, no, and yes button. So we have our dialog here, and in dialog we have a modifier. So to do this modifier, we will set the semantics. Content description, confirmation dialog, and same strategy for these buttons. We will use the same no and yes for them. And now we will verify the visibility of the dialog. So content description dot confirmation dialog, and verifying that is it displayed, and if it is displayed then we will tap on no to hide that again. So compose test rule on or with content description and no, and perform click on it. Then after that we need to verify that this dialog have been hidden. So assert is not displayed, and then again we will tap on our delete icon and verify that this is shown again. So at this point I'm seeing it from QA perspective. That's how QA see it from different angles to verify it's not breaking at any point. So yeah, this is it for this test. So let's write our purpose. Actually it is explainable itself. This code is explainable itself, so no need to write any comment here. So let's run and verify. Okay, so as you can see here, our tests have been successfully passed. Okay, and our next test would be that if user tap on yes, then that note would be deleted and user will be navigated to previous screen. And again, as we are let's again we are only testing our add node screen at this point. So we will verify that this navigate back event have been triggered. So for that, let's create another test. So name it as delete or not, and navigate to home screen, or let's say navigate to back screen. So in here again we will use compose test rule dot content, add no screen, pass a view model in here. We also need to track the navigate back event. So for that we will create a variable named as should navigate back, and by default it will be false, and this would be true when this callback navigate back will be triggered. And next we will need to tap on this delete icon and tap on this yes button. So for that, compose test rule dot node with content description delete node, perform click. And after that we need to verify this dialog is visible. So compose test on node with content description confirmation dialog, and assert that it is displayed, and if this is displayed then we need to tap on yes. Content description and tap on yes. Then after that we need to verify that should navigate back is true. And before checking that, we need to add an artificial delay, which we have already done in our previous test, which we have created a few minutes ago. Because this deletion process is happening on another coroutines in the background. So we will add the 4 seconds delay. So let's run and verify this test. Okay, so we haven't get any expected result. Yeah, actually this is because in our add node view model on deletion, this method will be called, and what could be the issue? Let's increase the delay to 6 seconds and verify again. Actually, as we are deleting a node, so it is better that we will provide a node information which already exists, because in this, let's verify this in this way that let's add a delay of 6 seconds and run it again. Let's check it this way and then verify some other way. Okay, so actually this is because of the delay, that's why it's occurring. So we after increasing the delay, this problem has been solved. There are multiple ways to handle this situation. So at this time we will only go with this 6 second delay only. So now we have write the possible test for our add node screen. Now we will run all the tests and see that are they working perfectly when we run them together. Okay, so all of our tests have been passed except this one. So the issue in this test was it is not true, although we have added a delay. So let's increase the delay to 6 seconds and run it again. Okay, so now as you can see here, all of our 4 tests have been successfully passed. So with this we are come to the end of this video. So if you have any question or query, do let me know in the comments below. And if in this video on during implementation on your side, if you are facing any issue, do let me know. I will reach you to sort out that issue on your side as well. So thank you for watching. Bye.